somebody. Thanks for much, greetings, and so much. I would say you're welcome to the live. Welcome is actually reserved an encounter with you. I've tried several times, several things to only try to make the real broadcast a new communication with somebody over a distance and speed. You bear me out, my language has always been a language that won't be common as you wish to say. You have had a leader taught you, but I'm not your leader. I'm only encounter with you and to lead you to a destination. So a destination in this country is not a destination for my sake, and to say, understanding that I need to move or I need to travel, or if you regard a scripture for what they are, as the Lord may say that a nation that do not favor you and are the greatest conditions and reason factors that makes what we are. So indeed, I should say that I won't be a Muslim encounter with you, that you may meet this person and know the next life or what concerns the hereafter, as I'm not Jesus, and it's a case for a cause to follow the path that have been fulfilled already. To say you want to repeat that in a generation, you can stand, because you don't even know if you were told they have to really encounter it, then you'll be prepared also to go in there. But I tell you this, one thing to note, I'm not Jesus and I'm not Yeshua, so that you won't say that Muslims have mentioned that when the Messiah comes, he will be of a marriage, and a marriage and will convert toward Muslim. I'm not one of that. Unfortunately, you have it here. I want you to understand that point, because it's very, very crucial to understanding judgment is here, and you are thinking, I'm coming to be in your suit or place. A person who was not first born with you, how is it going to be welcome to you? And I'm also not the same Christianity or church where you think somebody have died for you, the sinner, to live. When you take a look at my generation and situation, all the people who are supposed to be punished, they are the ones looking fat bones and all of that, fat flesh, looking sweet and beauty. Does that mean that is a judgment given to them? That's a wrong judgment, because I've been with them, so you are seeing them eating the manna, the spiritual manna, for what they were not destined. So that's the wrong meat. Now watch here. That is also benefit of the doubt, whether they were given or not. But who gave you 2,000 years to have that which is not destined? For these was no chance given. Watch carefully. Today's conversation, I'm not a leader of any group that works and proving that the Lord is not what you think. And what you also talk about be in the area of religion, that's not what it is. I'm an angel. I'm Sunday, you are not Sunday. I'm January, but you are not January. I'm the Lord, the kings and kings, myself, the prince. Yet you didn't know that was that anyone that comes from his sons and daughters, maybe that is a prince and princesses. So that when you have had it as a word, they have been judged already. That is the reason. A person created by the word or spirit or his natural creation, that's the person you want to say has been judged already. Anyone at all. It won't be a particular religion, no. It's anybody that comes in his name with his flesh and spirit and soul, repeating the flesh work as creation, that's who we say has been judged already. So that you have also a judgment being judged already. Why? Your doing has been judged already, you've been judged already. The fact that we're living on it doesn't make us what you think warrant you or guarantee you're going to come in. You also want to say that thanks to the musicians, the stars, the ones who really illuminate the lyrics of the real situation. Sunday, 11 hours babe, there will be nobody, none than myself, or the light energy reserve after the first sun, working energy and giving also the ones who keep reserve, and they show also the path into this world. So it's the stars of the universe, the angels that live on that very stars, they are the same people whose souls are also on earth singing the music. All those people, they are connected to those things. So whether you are Satan, devils, whatever, it's just communicating creation. Original creator is this. Not the one who came to lie to you and destroy the whole or entire world that have been built with what? Highest authority and command. What do you suggest will look like on this broadcast? The broadcast is actually connected with reserve. Do you want to know that? Okay, let's check it. So I'm not in prison, so that when I'm in any room or indoor or whatever doing something that you think is a prisoner who is doing what the world should. I just myself freedom or predominion to be here, so that when somebody is in the hiding or hiding, that comes from a secret or a room of somebody that you think the one who is hide out in the image you think is the one doing the work that I'm supposed to do. Whose work can you do? Have you left out your killing somebody? So you realize I have mentioned that I am not Jesus, I'm not Yeshua, so that you won't mistaken that a Muslim or Islam saying that for Yeshua coming to what? Marry. Which is the reason when I come in there, you have been made to the world to know the reason you're marrying, yet I don't talk of anybody's marriage. You see, that is corrupt. I am not somebody you have killed or died, who have returned in his 33rd age. I am somebody who have come to live in the mystery of and being birth and zero to what? To these numbers that so you see somebody's life over this, yet you can test. But the testing is with a time that if he doesn't cut the generation off, he has mentioned many reasons. So this is what is reserved for Nkonya Tepo. What is it like? You heard a word here. Let me show you what it is. Az bila itan nirajim. Az bila minash shitan nirajim. If you fail to listen to this far, you don't know what is here. You don't have to be a Muslim to know what I'm saying. You don't have to be any religion to know, but once you are an angel, you know what word is reserved. Or you sit with them, you study, or you eat with them. There are things we should say. But what does it mean in this conversation right now? That's also a prayer, but you simply say a prayer is in another tongue to have a language of maybe communication, written probably, is the reason you want to say that somebody is of this tongue and tribe was sort of about. What is the focus and the main point? What is the word about? So here it is. Was reserved indeed for Nkonya Tepo. Because I've had it myself and Nkonya Tepo. Their encounter. That's where every other word should be. So that's the language. The angel that hear it and understand language. Not have to maybe know that I should go to school to go and study Quran or whatever. You see, that will be a waste of time when you have a way, spirit indeed, to make it happen. But that's a difficult part and task. What are we saying? Some of you're really paying attention. So that I was bathed with my current flesh in Nkonya Tepo. Yet I have many babes in different countries. That's why you see the works and proof. Whether they know us or not, is happening. But I, my single self, I prove who I am in reality of all the many. That is the verdict, the vend and J. What are we saying? So, Auzubila, Minashitan, and a book, scripture called Ayah, and then 98. The 98 will show. So let me also get to this, what is right there. I try to make it also on the other half with this. Let's see, I want to put it there. Maybe some of the things, because I need to prove it. That's why I prove it on the live. I prove it on the live. Some of you, if you're watching carefully, you would have known that I'm also on many cameras showing the same live and try to make it happen. The speed will show what I'm saying. So we have the same in the choral drill for exalt, my exalt. So what is also the word kafirin? You know that some of the bishop or the pastors or prophet in the country here, they used to say nim kafirin, all of that. You say it's a language. It's a language original. So when they cross culture, learn or earn, or maybe for lack of knowledge you didn't know what you were saying, but that is originally some of the things we're saying right here, right now. And you need to understand that right now. You have to know that. So I'm showing these two parts with the soul brigade authorities, that you don't have the sound with that one, because I decided to keep it like that. My enemy won't be ruling over the live and channel, because they hate the reality. And I have to show you is my single honor that made it what it is. So those birds you keep around you who are evil, when you hear them anywhere, shoot them down. Those birds that cry, these birds, when they sound and you hear that, yeah, this one, shut them down. They don't have to come your way. They are deaf, killing, and you don't have a habit. Kill those ones. So anybody that is connected with such birds, you have to know that they have to be killed and destroyed. They have no knowledge what is happening. You see, I'm not rushing in doing what I'm doing. Or you want to hear. Kwesi Bekwe Sylvester. Or Yalo, Edo, Eilekie, Chianio, Funa, Weda. These are the greatest in Nkonya language that will come from the enemy. So I don't have the enemy here. So that you know Nkonya, Tepo indeed reserve. So thank you so much. Some of the people, they used to say that they don't hear this kind of bird crying in the background, but I don't need it. You also don't need it. Why? They are not of any good, because they don't really function. They function not in the area we need is understanding and conversation. You realize that when I turn on the two cameras of what I'm doing now, they have to come around. That's why you need to take them off. They don't come to your level. Or you want to see that I'm on this side of the cameras, and also the same on this camera here. So that the same place I am, none of them is in prison. So if you want to show that I'm in prison, I'm at the place you need to build. Where you are placed in prison, where would you come and build that which we are saying? So you need it and understand very well. So much I care about what I do. This is where we care. So I can take you around different cultures of the camera, and you know that I'm not at any fixed point that you think should be in the house, that when I'm doing my thing and somebody, an angel or spirit or force or demon hearing, you think he's the one teaching the word or doing. That's why I have to come out, because they came doing the church, calling those names, where you have, after finishing your work, they want to say they are the one doing what you're doing. They are forgetting that starbirth is different, and with reason, you can't say somebody's work is your way. They have to say, test of time, you can do such things, but that's all right. Also on probably here. Let's see what I'm saying here. So I need to prove what is Aya. Yeah, that is corruption. In Nkonya language, Aya is simply a word to say under or in your secret part, which is between your two legs. That's why we call it. So you see that whatever it is just a part of somebody or part of speech that become what others are also saying is their Lord or Creator. You see, it doesn't reach anywhere here. So when you sin with such things, you understand what you're doing, then you need to understand later the consequence you can bear. So what is Aya? So I'm searching down there or somewhere else. On the screen, whilst I have also many other things to prove here. So let's begin to prove it also on the screen. So I have multiple screens that I'm working on now. So we are talking about this area of conversation. So let's get it. We'll take a look at what concerns today. Very much we need to talk about it. So watch carefully. Alright, there's it. So I messaged myself why you used to see more of the things I do in backup WhatsApp doing it. Because I feed him almost every side of a conversation with what it is. Now we are taking Aya in this area. So we have Aya 98. So there is different surahs. Below are the 98th Ayah from the most. Now watch here. Look at what somebody is saying that will not stop their work and broadcast as the most silent. We do this. Yet it's louder trying to prove it. So I want to do it so that you have a way that I'm proving it. Sylvester Kwesi is on the sitting here live to prove what you say and what we are telling you. That is just a body part of somebody, the archangels. So that if you don't know that the archangel will not come leader, I'm not one of them. I just want to prove what they told you and what reserve or what you keep. Now here it is. So I hear also what here now, when you take Surah Al-Baqarah, which is what? 2 verse 98, it focuses on enmity towards what? A loss. You know, this word, when the white people were trying to tell you in the scholar of proving, that is an expression and exclamation. So it is in Joshua chapter number 7 verse 2 and many other books, but you have to have it in the Bible. Joshua 7. Let's Joshua chapter 7 verse 2 to prove what I'm saying and make it louder and clear. You see that you take one scripture to the other and you have to have it in different places, try to prove what they are saying in one place like that. You see that this is what you probably say is Quran, but what you are trying to attribute to here to be greater is not a greater, it's just a part of speech. So if a part of speech become great for you, so that the it is not doubt that you talk of great one, but that which you think it is a creator is not a creator. It is rather a part of somebody that I can cut off or that I may throw away. So we are trying to prove so what it is. Now, Joshua chapter 7 verse 2 states out there what the reconnaissance or reconnaissance means the city of AI. Now watch here. That is what RE. The same word for AI, or what you say, the artificial intelligence. There's it. Now that Joshua saying what? Spies from Jericho to scoop out the city, which was what? Located east of what? Bethel. So Bethel in Nkonya, that's what I have to show you. When you take it anywhere, it's with the Lord where he has been birthed. Near what? Bethhaven or Behaven. You see, that's a heaven and he heavens. Also upon the returning. Who is the returning? All right, then the spies underestimated the city's defenses, leading Israel or Azizrael into what? Humiliating defeat. So you won't say it the same way today when they are observing the rule and law accordingly. Now watch here. What did you know to be Elas? In this same scripture, we have the Elas. So the cry of Joshua and Co. is this, they say Elas. Elas. So which, let's say, I don't want us to delay because we have to have it straight up like that. So Joshua says, so which of the scriptures in Joshua is Elas? It's a same place, but I don't want us to go deep. Okay. Says, so I just want to call it like, says Elas, like this. Elas. So this is what they were saying. Now you have to have it, proving that it was. So that's what Joshua 7 verse 7, that is the 77 Yeshua also mentioned that how many times you forgive them. That when you recollect or when you recall the destruction that before Joshua and the people when they desperately underestimate something and it fall against them. That's how many times they told you to repeat it in yourself. Just what it means, the sound and resounding of Joshua 7:7 is all that they were saying. Elas. So listen to the word Elas. That's all right to understanding. So watch carefully. So in the sound in the background, watch here. Now in the Bible, Joshua says Elas, or you want to say Alas. The same word is Elas, or you call it Alas. So that in Joshua 7:7, out of deep grief. When the white people tell you that it is out of sorrow or expression of grief or pity or anything, that is a right, and that's the word with Nkonya, the same word right there. That he has done it. Somebody has done something. When I say ilabwe, it means has it been done? That word or alabwe That is what we are saying has done something. So when somebody or when something happens to you, that you express the feeling of that which happened and how it happened. Do you understand why? You see that these three, we take the Quranic and we take the scripture, learning, academia, and Nkonya language, and putting these three things right here. You see that they have to tell you who knows better that which we are saying. This won't complete your mission if you don't see the archangel themselves. So that is right on the screen. It won't be doubt somebody on what I'm saying. So present it to you, somebody. What they may be watching on the other camera or the cameras should be what? The point we are also displaying on the side. Yet you need to have access to what? Watching so that you see that is one person doing it. Do you now agree? Do you agree that it should be with such feeling? If Elas and Alas and Elabwe and Alabwe, all this in conversation, like put it in conversation. So Allah in Nkonya, unless you put it in conversation before it becomes something functioning. And when you put Elabwe, Ila, like Ila and then Allah. So the word Elabwe and then Alabwe, they are words that is used in expressing another or something happening. That's what it is in Nkonya language. The direct word and how it sounds, that's it. So when the white people are telling you show me. So I have proven to get to the next level that you don't have the right to sin against it. There you know what you haven't done. Very watch carefully. It happened that following the surprise defeat of these people at what? E, which is AI. Is that a word there? Open your Bible, that is book, and see if somebody has placed it in there or is already in there and you don't know it. And some of them, the same prophet and pastor, for lack of knowledge, they will say, according to even what is not learned, they will say it is artificial, so it is satanic, evil, devil, to use camera or phone or microphone or computer or anything whatsoever. Once it is limited to knowledge and spirit, then they say it's Satan or devil, and I don't know which of these they say that is not a part of the Lord himself, the creator. And that is it, right there, proven, right there. And then he fell face down before what? Calvin. So this, I told you, the Calvin, we have the word Calvin in the witchcraft or the occultic. These are things you don't know, yet it is. So the Calvin, or you have C oven. So when the oven is cut open, that is a C grade C, like the score C in English, so that you are the only one who can speak the best of what is inside the O, which is the same word for covering an, to call it an, not ant. So it's a covering an. Do you get it right? Then questioning the supreme one, the Lord, the creator, in the form of how they were given their level. About what? Why? About what? About why his people, or yeah, about why he brought his people across the Jordan river only to let them be destroyed. So that you are now watching that they are expressing what? Their sorrow. Do you see it now? And these have been with you and you have never known yet to eat and destroy things. Now, that you can also interaction in Joshua 7:7-9 on the Bible Gateway. Like, it's all, even just right there. So this is all I can say right now. So watch here. And you realize that in the background, you had a voice. The place I am, there's somebody in that house. That's the voice of the person. So it is. So if you have to prove that your father indeed is a great one, then prove it. You don't just open book and rattle and say you are reading louder like that. No. It is a different level we are proving it. So proving again. So let's get to this. Do you see what we find there? We find what you have to understand. Now, with this, you see that now that you know what is Allah or Elas, you will be saying it's a God or a supreme God. What it begins with, where I won't add any of this when it doesn't call for any need to mention it. That's what I mean. Now watch here, that you see the archangel. So that In this part, it says what? That the Surah Al or Ai Bakara, that 2 verse, that's 298. That focuses on the enemy toward Allah and then his angels, as whoever is an enemy toward myself and my angels, that is myself and Nkonya people, or anybody that would become good seed of him, are transformed. He said about his angels and his messengers, there Gabriel or is an enemy to to those believers. So that when there's a state, a person reciting Quran to be a believer or doing the right thing, it is when they don't even know what they're saying we are proving. So that's why it's proved. They are also not qualified because they also lack knowledge, as it is written in the Quran. I can prove it right now that until the Lord returns, nobody understands the scripture written, and that is it. So you don't think you are doing the wrong thing and say it is righteous before the Lord, who is not yet judged. Going anywhere will just prove that you don't know why you're running here and there. I need bamboo and a special raw tomatoes, hot pepper sauce with what it is that make it possible that I can eat, even to console myself. You say, do you have to become a Muslim, Islamic, or Imam? No. When you become Imam, you are a curse, because already you have not thrown light to what is saying in different languages. You are proving yourself to be the one the Lord appointed, and that's wrong. But it's good to be in that position to say, but that is what, why you don't know what you've done. So that this believer, so the Surah Bakara, Ayat, you see, then they put Ayat again, and 98, Tasfari or Tasir, Ibn Kathir. These are not to be a Muslim before. So if you have to be a Muslim before you understand this, it means it's because you are naturally a Muslim. But I'm not a Muslim, that's why I'm the Archangel. So that you are not making the world Muslim. You are to be judged to know what you've also done with the scripture you are given. You are or Surah Yusuf. You carry, watch it. That records the story of the prophet Yusuf. You see, when they call Yusuf, Yusuf said, he will ask forgiveness for you from his Lord. They didn't say your Lord, or he said his Lord. So my Lord will not forgive you when you are sinning against myself. Indeed, it is he who is what? The forgiving. But I don't have anything like that than justice. When I forgive you, it doesn't mean it's over. When you sin today, in another trouble. Do you see what I'm saying? Now watch here. That's Surah Taha 20 verse 98. Now deals with what? Monotheism. That your God, you see that they are now referring to another person as a God. That you, your God, is only what? So they put it a smaller God. You say that? You say that it's a smaller God. That's what you are saying. It's only what? A last or Allah. You see that it's a small God. But if you begin it, you know what it is. Because until you see the great one, how would you also not know the next person? That's what it is. A part of the great person. That you were told, that person has also been given a nation. Doesn't mean that you are the greatest or proving to the level you've done with the spirit. How did you prove? I'm not married. Yet I have many married. You can't say I'm the reason you are married. Because I talk of being single to the Lord and his word until you meet him. Or until you meet what the nation they say you should meet with. And you are saying I'm the reason you are married because they call it Sunnah, with his son. Son na, or the Su na. That's why you are saying is the reason you are married, yet I've never. So what I tell you about myself or my Lord, that's what should happen. You don't speak on my behalf. And it will be what? A total holocaust. There's something you hope that it will be done. No. My word and take on is different. These are not supposed to be what? Any Muslim proving it or telling you. If not, have you not learned it in school? So that is what is sickness in you. You thought after learning it, then you become a scholar. That's not a scholar. So we got it. Do you say that? I hope that is enough. Now watch here. Watch here carefully. There's a word here. Now let's take under that section. 98. So that verse 98, as indeed, is a scripture that should let you know. So where you have the chapter like 2 and the verse 98, because the 98 becomes also a chapter when you open it in a different book. That's what the world is, because they have various what sections. And this what talk about put down the enemies of angels and prophets. as infidels or as infidels, which in bracket we say kafirin, in saying that the Elas or Allah, which I'm saying in the Nkonya language, Allah means until I put something there, it doesn't make sense. Or I simply say the word Allah means I'm expressing, but until I put a subject matter there, it doesn't make sense. To say it is done. But they are, what is done? So when I say, oh, he has done the job or message that was given or passed on to him to deliver. And what is the message? That redeem or rapture prophet, and that they may have free dominion. Then you came to spoil again and cause more suffering. You say that. So until I put that which is concerned in the main sentence there, it doesn't make sense. That's why they say when you learn it, it doesn't make sense. You produce, it doesn't make sense. Yet it is a part you experience. One of the bishops in the country, born on Monday, he used to say, Nimen Kafirin. All of that is the word original, but that is taken from an area or section you don't know. Do you see what I'm saying? He is revealing himself to a nation born of him. Do you agree? So he says what? So it is giving instruction here that the Lord or the one who have sent him, he will be the enemies of angels. So if you are human beings and you are what they have been given to teach you or guide you, and then his prophets, as you look at it as infidels or kafirin, it is in the saying that the expression again, he will express his wrath on you. So when you put the word Allah there, it means the Lord will express or would not conduct a war unto them that hate angels and the prophets. Do you see that you don't have any place in the Quran to say or in the religion anyway? Because this word, you don't have to be a Muslim to understand it. Here it is, the understanding. And that is what? That they are what? The enemy of the infidels. That in other words, those who deny or oppose the angels and have what their due punishment in the other world. So in other words, you can say we are in the same Muslim world. You can say we are in the same Christianity world. Or in this country. Why can you trust that they have raised Quran or Bible from the country? No. You say that it's in the other world. Now due to this, let's look at this. I have to say is a code. Now, I even mentioned that to do, not for religious purpose or religious purpose. However, to say religion means, I told you it's angel. You see that the Lord. Now, purpose, however, is secret to know things to do first before speaking against somebody. And that is what the phrase, Auzu Billah, I seek or I look forward to the refuge in the Lord's expression or his armor conducting war against the enemy or his opposite. Those who are showing level or life in the opposite or evil in the other world, not evil of himself, which is the same life. When you look on the screen, the word or the letter L-I-V-E is the same word E-V-I-L, which is evil. Where is life here and is evil to you? Do you see it? That's what we're saying. So that's exactly why you can say something is evil, because you don't watch life, right? Or is it the same word, the same letter? Same letter, like it's a mirror name. The mirror name. So all these things are mirror. So that is well, that listen to what it is. This is a code that in a love from what? The evil of the expelled Satan. That in this phrase, they seek what, or they look forward to what they refer in the law and ask for protection from the mischief and mischief of what Satan, Allah, Almighty, that protects and us from what, from the mischief of what Satan, and guide us to what, to the right path. Even Allah himself is the same Satan. But when you are doing it on the side that is approved, then it becomes expressing differently. Yes, because that's what they say. Even you have to ask that if you know what is correct or the right, why don't do it? You don't have to blame it on somebody. If not, you are going to be punished the same way, or portion that you don't even stand. So our word, here we end the main broadcast because I have to prove it. So we just prove the level like this. That is it. That's what called for the broadcast, as you think it's a very short clip. But I don't think it's short. It should be beyond that. That's myself doing the presentation. So it wasn't anybody in prison or police that you think is in prison teaching the world. What I should have been given that you have denied, with the Quran, whatever any book will show you. That is it. So let's prove in Nkonya language or Nkonya dialect. What is ayah? Look at it on the live so that I won't be saying it is. What is ayah in Nkonya language? Let me do this here. What is ayah in Nkonya language? So I can leave it in this form, because once what I'm saying, you need to understand. I can leave the word ayah in this form, proving it on live again. So ayah will prove it on the live like this. So in Nkonya language. So that's what you should know. That's what you should know. Watch carefully. If it wasn't a language, an angel is this. Now, so okay, even I was saying it. How, like they say, oh, there is no, so like I was even saying, how we can to tell what we're saying. That is a word and how it's pronounced ayah. Ayah. So when we say ayato, means when we go to the secret part of the woman or a man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to limit it to something you should be talking about. So what does it mean? So how they spell it, I'm telling you. With similar spelling, it might the Nkonya word ayah. You see it, like I'm saying, it already does it. So that's it. Now a traditional female personal name given to us. No, this is not the name. Like, you know, the language exists before. The language exists before you can select either for a name or no name. So I'm talking about what the main language, because we are not talking about the name of a person. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you should give it to a person as a name. I'm saying ayato. Like, let me put it there, because maybe if I put it there before, you know, the word ayah, it is worded to what to. You see that they've named somebody ayah, and then I am telling you, you can't call somebody by this name if you know that it's in the secret part of your flesh. It means you made a person dirty, called by the dirty things. So when you call a certain name and the name take the person to that level, there you say it. So you see that I spell the same name, a word. Now you see that the same ayah, to have it ayah in this Quranic, the same word, or Arabic, you see that the same word, even to what India word, they have it the same, or that colonial. It is not colonial to Nkonya. But to tree, you see, it is gone to a different position. This is different completely. So don't even go there. But these ones already we've talked about. You see that the Nkonya word and the Arabic and then the religious stuff and the India, or we can't talk of today or whatever. So I'm talking. So let me put the ayato right there, so that I have to make it like this. I want us to look at as a part. No, I don't. Okay, I just want to say it like this. I want us to look at it in the proof. Just watching it live. Look at it. A person, no, we don't. Somebody cannot be calling names without understanding. You know, when I say a part of the flesh, then they understand. So funny is that unless I am sitting and telling what they are asking the AI or the intelligence, or all these things happen because of the liar that came to the world. He is the one who have come to make the things like that. That until I now prove that they have done the wrong thing or is reserved righteous. You see that this one, you see, because the Nkonya people are an ethnic Guan group in this country, they are not Muslim Guan group. Do you understand? They are not Ewe group. They are not Akan group. You see that you can't call us whatever you claim. You can't call the Nkonya be a part of the country than what it is. Now, linguistically, related to surrounding communities, that the term may be one of the following. But let's look at it. So I would say, what is the part, like a part named okay, which part of body, which bodily part? Like you see, I'm trying to get it to the level that we understand. Which bodily part is named Ayato in Nkonya language? Even they are saying another thing. So in the Nkonya and this is Ayato referred to what? Tongue? No, that's not tongue. That is where they are lying. This is Dando. What they are trying to say here is what? Odando. This one they are showing here, tongue means Odando. Odando is our tongue in the mouth. But Ayato is between your legs. That part we call Ayato. But when you say tongue, tongue is what? Odando. So we are not the one you are coming to what? Deceive people and fool them to be doing the nonsense of yourself, which is not a part of our language. You think that proving it in the world anyway, you will be a liar. Don't. So you see why the language will be very much playing a role, because that's what you have first before you were named after that thing. So what do we say? Like if I say, what is it called in English language? Let's say in your pubic area. You see that they are lying in a way that you can't prove and get the answer. The one who knows what we are referring to, that's myself. This word Ayato means, where do I show? Let me show you this. That's what it will bring about. Let me show that. Those are functional important. So this is what makes the teaching whatever original. Let me show you. You say this area. Let me do this. This area of the flesh, this side, like this. This angle, that's why we say it's Ayato. Ayato. And then Odando. Odando means tongue. This is why we say Odando. Odando, that's the tongue. Ono is this. Ono, that is lip. Like this entire thing is what? Ono. This entire place. One of it where we refer to this Onopi. Onopi. So normally Onopi. So we name it by Onopi means to fluency and not dumb and dead. In light, that can be light. Then that's what we say is then Ebe. Ebe, this is Ebe. Ebe is it. Ebe. Ebe, all this side is Ebe. And this is what? Ebe to in the hand. That's why the archangel, they show you. Then Osupe. This side is what? Osupe. That is a forehead. But in Nkonya, it's a secret word. to call it. You see my forehead? That's why I'll be showing all these things. There we have asun. This is the ear. On so on. But until so when you have it in a way to be ngoti, but that is not wanti, and that's a wanti, not. And we have what? This is the teeth. This is the teeth in the mouth. Then on no farming, and this is on no farming. So when somebody in Nigeria say all these names, we are showing at least get out. Then oboe means a cylindrical shape. The end of the broadcast. So that's what I can say for now. They cannot be in the area of the enemy. Things that we should also be mindful of. Do you get what I'm saying? So I can just have to, just what? Then I be. You know, prophet and things to say if you are one of these people, then the role you play at this level, the knee level. This is pound. Pound. Are you watching? Well, let me show that. You need to understand what I'm saying. It did not just become a battle. How do you think somebody convert your corrupt world? That's not where we came from. Do you see what I'm saying? So, ansibito in the entire facial look is what we say ansibito. So you can say sibito, and I say ansibito, and I say ansito. We call it, you see all that we mentioned with one thing. Then osui. This side we call it osui. So it means they say what? It should grow 5'5". That's why they call this osui. It means this side should grow hair. That's right here. So those who don't have these things, they can't qualify to teach anybody. Then in the Wito, this side, we have it, the cheek and then the head, the side bone. Then we have Omwa. Omwa is this side. Yeah. Yeah, this side. That's Omwa. Then Mikanta. This side we say Mikanta. So if you have to have an encounter or kanta, we call this side shoulder kanta. Kanta. This side. Do you see that? Then in this part of the flesh is apolaka. You see how I mentioned that? We didn't understand that. There we have ofin. This side ofin. What is it? Yeah, this side. This ofin. The ofin. It's just a special word. Then onatata. This is natata. This side, if you don't have it, look, you see that this side, that's what we say natata. Ewimi. This is the hairiness. Watch that angle. Very well. This side, we are saying ewimi. Or you are saying imi here. That's what I'm saying. The omilewu. This omilewu is elbow. Elbow. This side. Obiweto. This is obiweto, where you put watch. So this obiweto to say your wrist. This side. Ibioma. At the back or behind this, like the other opposite, direct opposite in this place, we say Ibe Oma. So any side angle that is shown the side here, or we call it the other way here. There we have That is what? Entirely. We have Omeyito. Most of the things. Now, this column has a name, but that will leave it for a time being. Because in that same area, you refer to this as what you are saying. It joins with what? The side here. This side is Onanku. Onanku. So Onanku. I'll be watching. This side here, the hill of this side is called Onanku. So the last time this is Anambi. So Anambi is it. Yet when we look at it in the what? In the Quranic, that you saw why they call it Anambi, and we are telling when it is referred to as what? A prophet. That's every part of the function and the flesh working. So that is Anambi. Then this are Osrebi. Osrebi, like a Srebi. That's what we are saying. And what are called Otedu. 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 At least I'm getting some of these things. Then with the round spot world creator, the what? The wealth dot here. This as you see the belt one round. That's what we say is Osieto. So I'm not the one whose back you can watch. Let me show you. You see? Do you give us food? Look at my bones. You see this? This is Oma. This side. This side is what? Oma. Let me show you this. Because you need to understand what the Lord is showing. Oh, what is that? That is what? Oma. Look, this is Oma. You see this side? That's called Oma. Oma. Then we also have Kanto. So when you have Kanta, then we have Kanto. Already, that is a sword that you cross. That's what they normally call, Kanto. That's the people, the archangels. Kanto, that is the brace. I love that. Means inter. It doesn't work here. Then the and not somebody who claim to be candle. How can somebody on candle tell us what I'm saying? And they don't come and play the role as they claim they are. Do you see that? So I have another thing. Oh, let me show you one thing. We are showing the part of the body so that you'll be saying too. Look, you see this? You see this? This is what we say. Kanto. That's what I want us to have a clear. Look, this is what I trained to look like, and they were now showing something else. You see, teaching. You see what is here? Here. You see what? Watch carefully. You see what is? This is called Oplu. Oplu. The umbilical cord is part, at least a part of the body, as you know. It won't be somebody. So if I say let a woman, thanks, we are the brokers here. At least we would have this. The flesh is called Bieto. 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 Normally, because this side is muscular, divided in the looks when you have the reality of what we are saying, Bieto, means is like, that's why I have to wear nika if I should. Like, it looks more like this. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, like, like the muscular looks. This is the Bieto. It means that there's a path already showing or muscular forms. How do we do that? Like, I need to show you what I'm showing you. Like, how you say it. like you having it, like here. You say like how we saying it. These are the things. Do you see the hairiness? Am I a robot? Or I'm not showing my own skin and hair on? Show this side maybe. That's it. So we need to have it. So that's a more look that it shouldn't fail. So we've had a lot of brokers with so many minutes. Thank you. We end the brokers here. The air continues to blow strongly. We are in a city standing. So don't come and tell somebody our language. Even I was supposed to prove the word. Like, don't need to prove it. Once I know what I'm saying. If I'm not the one you are saying that you say lost tribe, I will never get lost because I'm the one with the time, not what is leading you. I'm the one with the time telling where we are and what we have to do. Not your kingdom that is known cursed to have killed Muhammad and to have killed Yeshua. That is not what is standing here. I am not destined to meet anybody who is what? Wrongdoer already. I have to show you myself. My real self, not yourself. Do you see when I stand up, I change? Because I'm standing in the pose of myself. Look. And like that, you say, thanks. We earn the brokers here.